男なら誰かのために強くなれ歯を食いしばって思いっきり守り抜け転んでもいいよまた立ち上がればいいただそれだけできれば英雄さ男なら誰かのために強くなれ女もそうさ見てるだけじゃ始まらないこれが正しいって言える勇気があればいいただそれだけできれば英雄さ
Hello everybody and welcome back to the finale of Month of Bionicle here on Zero Reviews. I am Zero, your host, and today, let's get to the chase right now. It's gonna be Bionicle 3, Web of Shadows. The Toa Metru returned to Metru Nui in order to rescue the rest of the Matoran. You're probably wondering, wait, didn't they give up their powers in the last movie? Well, like I said when explaining it, they skipped over tons of events, including the year this movie came out. So, the Toa only had a few Matoran they brought with them and needed to go back for the rest. Despite their ship sinking, they managed to make it to Metru Nui. Vakama, still a bit iffy about being leader, leads them all into a trap while trying to show his bravado. They're captured by the Visorak and mutated into the Toa Hordika, all while Sidorak and Rudaka, the commanders of the Visorak, watch. But they're saved by the Rahaga, who are actually mutated Toa. They are then told of the legendary Kitongu, who could just be a myth. But, you know, since this is Bionicle, most legends and stuff are usually true, and it's the same in this case here. However, we've got some character squabblings, as Matau is fed up with Vakama, who ends up leaving the group eventually and being captured by the Visorak. Vakama is then tempted by Rudaka to join her side, and it looks like it works since Vakama is questioning himself, plus his new animal instincts aren't really helping either, favoring power and being a lone wolf over his team and so forth. Is it just me, or am I the only one getting Star Wars vibes with Vakama turning evil and stuff?
Join me, and together we can rule the galaxy as father and son.
And he also manages to capture 5 of the 6 Rahaga in order to gain more of Sidorak and Rudaka's trust. Eventually, through montages and so forth, the Toa make it to Kitongu.
Hurry, you guys, it's amazing! It's Kitongu! Not.
Kitongu shows up, and oh yeah, here's something that may surprise you people. That's right, folks. We got Scott McNeil back again. Kitongu agrees to help the Toa fight Rudaka, Sidorak, and the Visorak, but he will not change them back to normal just yet. So we've got a massive battle breaking out when the Toa storm the Colosseum. The Toa Hordika fight against the Visorak, or at least 4 of them, as Matau confronts Vakama. Norik the Rahaga, who wasn't captured, goes and frees the others, and they all help out in the battle as well. Sidorak and Rudaka during all of this are dealing with Kitongu, who is trying to reach them. Rudaka manages to knock him down after Sidorak fails horribly, but when they go and check on Kitongu, we find out he's just dazed. Kitongu then gets back up and Rudaka leaves Sidorak, who in turn gets killed by Kitongu. Matau manages to bring Vakama back to the good guys and the Toa are reunited. Before Vakama can perform the finishing attack on Rudaka though, she explains that the Visorak will tear them apart as soon as she dies. Vakama, however, has a rebuttal for this.
And seeing as you convinced Sidorak to put me in charge of them, get out of here! All of you! You're free! That's an order.
Earlier in the movie, Rudaka convinced Sidorak to give control of the hordes to Vakama, so she idiotically made her own demise. Vakama finishes Rudaka off with his own elemental charged attack, but that was Rudaka's intention.
Her heartstone, it's Makuta's.
Yes, carved from the same protodermis you sealed the Makuta with. In destroying it, you've broken that seal.
I know, and set Makuta free.
Yeah, this isn't a surprising twist at all. Makuta needed to be free for the Motonui Island saga to happen in general, so I already saw this coming. So, Kitangu agrees to turn the Hordika back into Toa Metru, the Toa evacuate the Matoran and safer world of Metru Nui, all while discussing Makuta's escape. The movie then ends with Turaga Vakama talking to Holly, Jaller, and Takanuva in the hall where the first movie ended. And with that, Web of Shadows is over. How do I like Web of Shadows? Yeah, it's okay. I mean, really, the only thing I really loved was a lot of the character dynamics in this movie. And that's about it. The action was okay, the pacing was weird with all the random cuts and so on. Where would I rank it though? Probably in the middle of the three movies. While Mask of Light is at the bottom of the set, it still isn't my least favorite. That would be The Legend Reborn, but we won't be getting to that for a while because it didn't fit with the theme that these three movies had. Now you see, they always talk about the three virtues, unity, duty, and destiny. These three virtues fit into the Bionicle movie trilogy perfectly. Mask of Light is about destiny, more so Takua's destiny to become Takanuva, even if he tried to deny it and avoid it before he accepted it. Legend of Metru Nui is about duty, with Vakama and the others needing to learn that Likan's time is up and it's their job now to protect Metru Nui and the Matoran. Finally, Web of Shadows is about unity, with the Hordika, especially Matau and Vakama, learning to come together despite their desperate situation. They all fit so nicely with each other, and I honestly wish they had continued making movies for the other years because those would have been great to see. On to presentation and music. If there's one thing more present in this movie than any of the others, it's the more sporadic transitions as well as the editing in terms of pacing. The movie feels like less things happened than they actually did. While in Legends of Metru Nui, they did skim over a few details, they did it in a way that didn't feel rushed. But like I said in the story segment, the strong part of this movie is the character interactions between the Toa Hordika and the villains. I feel that they are what make this movie for me. Plus, I do enjoy the duo of Sidorak and Rudaka. You have Sidorak trying to be the big bad guy, but obviously trying too hard at times, and he comes off as a bit comical, while Rudaka is cunning, manipulative, and sinister, which helps her contrast nicely with Sidorak. I also enjoy how the Toa felt so out of place and uncomfortable in their bodies. It helped show that they were really mutated and half animal, half Toa. Plus, I love how there isn't really too big of a happy ending in this one. Yes, the Toa are back to normal, and the Visorak aren't infesting Metru Nui anymore, but Makuta's now free to terrorize the Toa Metru and the Matoran. I also enjoy the atmosphere. While Metru Nui is pretty empty, there's a reason for that, and I love the setup for it. It's pretty much infested with bugs that have destroyed a good chunk of the city, and made it their home. So it gives off a slight eerie feel, and it makes the final battle in the Colosseum a lot more interesting now because we've been there before, but it has a completely different atmosphere now. Aside from that, the models continue to improve, but the villains end up taking the cake on having the better models for me, as I liked seeing Sidorak and Rudaka move around more than I did the others. Aside from that, we've got some good voice acting, with the real shining star being Rudaka, who is voiced by Kathleen Barr. The music is the same, it does its job, though that being said, it helps this movie have the dark atmosphere it's going for, having more sinister sounding tracks to complement the tone of the setting. Overall, Bionicle 3 Web of Shadows isn't the best movie out of the Bionicle films, but I still do enjoy it quite a bit, more so for the character interactions and the villains than anything else. It also makes a nice companion piece for Legends of Metru Nui. If you want to see what mostly happens in the time skip of Legends of Metru Nui, then this is a recommended watch. Reviewing all these Bionicle movies has really brought me back to my roots with the franchise, and I'm glad, like with Toonami, Bionicle has a second chance to shine again. Bionicle 2015 is very promising, so hopefully there's nowhere to go but up from here. Well, Month of Bionicle is over. It's a bit sad to see it go, but I enjoyed it, and I hope you guys did too. Anyway, I'm Zero, this was Zero Reviews, and join me next time for whatever I do. I'll be seeing you guys later.
念を塗り替えたカンカンカンと響いたあいつの足音形勢は深くてましてどんでんは不安定キッと睨んだ花橋はあでやかに重ねた手のひらに見えた覚悟という